What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. Folks, it looks like the 1,000 have been killed. So just everyone is aware that is over. Actually, pretty good timing, to be honest. And it proves that there are quite a few whales still playing the game. And, you know, some really good free-to-play players, obviously, that have really good accounts. I, unfortunately, was not able to complete this. I will hopefully fall in the 3,000 and the 6,000, hopefully within one of those on my free-to-play account. But my pay-to-win, of course, easily accomplished, no issues. And again, I don't ever show my pay-to-win content for the most part because I do think it's not relatively fair for some folks to see it, just because, again, it's not as relatable. But of course, for those who are pay-to-win players and are struggling, feel free to use the guide at any point in time, and you guys are welcome to use the brilliant light guide that I put together. Just so you guys are aware as well too, it has been officially confirmed not only on the notice but here as well too. And normally what they end up doing is they'll drop the difficulty a little bit so you guys can see all of the difficulties will drop now the 2 flames instead of the 3 flames. So hopefully making it a little bit more viable and doable for a lot of you folks, including myself, who are still struggling with Workshop of Brilliant Light. So if we go over here now, let's just see if it's actually been done or not. So I go to hard mode. You guys can see it has been actually removed down to 2 flames. So maybe allowing us now to be able to accomplish some of the goals we set out to do, which is beat the first 2 bosses and move on to Voltaire. So I'm going to actually work on that later and see if I can do that. Just so everyone is also aware, Content Creator Program is actually ending next week, guys. The 2K Essence Stones code was sent out yet again for all my supporters. So if you are looking to support, please click that support button. There's actually 2 more codes on the way as well. So don't forget that, guys. We have 2 more codes this season to send to you guys. So please hit that support button. It's absolutely free. Get yourself in, get 2K Essence Stones now. If you plan to summon for Laura, it's a great time to get that, or even future units as well too. Don't forget to do so. Now, one other thing I do want to talk about that's going to be a little important, and I think this is going to be one that may hit home a little bit hard for some folks. I want to thank Therian for sending this, by the way, but he did show me this right here. And this is going to be an important one. So he sent a message out to Netmarble to ask, this time around, what do we have to accomplish to get the skin in the 1,000 kill? So let's go over this together. All right, so if you guys remember, like last week I made a video and said, hey, the last WOBL Netmarble, we had a message from Netmarble saying, hey, what do we have to complete in order to get the skins? And they confirmed last time you only have to finish hard mode Sun Jinwoo. That was from, so there was conflicting reports the first time we sent it out, because one rep said you have to do both, one rep said you have to do one, and then another rep said you have to do one. So we went with the majority, and it looks like they were correct. So Therian reached out to Netmarble and asked the same question, and they responded with this. We understand that you were inquiring about the wanted Workshop of Brilliant Light hard clear event. We'd be delighted to assist you regarding this matter. Please note that you will need to clear the content in order to qualify for the event. This means clearing Sun Jinwoo and Hunters. Now, this is conflicting, of course, compared to what the last one was, but they could have changed their mind. There's never been an official document that says you have to do one or both. And I still don't know how much I believe this. As much as I want to say this is factual, I don't know if it is, right? I don't know if it is. So that's the one thing to keep in mind, guys. As much as I would like to say this is factual, I don't know. So for those who finished Sun Jinwoo and could not finish Hunters, you're going to have to let me know when you get your rewards what you got, whether you got the 1,000 clear or not. Everyone should essentially be aiming to finish both content, obviously, but realistically that's not possible for a lot of people, because let's be honest, the Hunters are always more difficult because there's way less TP control there, right? And this is why I can't go as far as I want to go, is because my Sun Jinwoo has way more power with the Hunters than my Hunters have on their own. So this is something to keep in mind, guys, that Netmarble has never made an official statement on what they want to do with this or how they want to handle it. So take that as you will, right? I would still try your best to finish the top 3,000, 6,000 with Hunters. But if you have not done so, and if you did think you finished in the top 1,000, you only need the Sun Jinwoo, again, please let me know when you get your report back what you got. I would love to hear this, because I believe the way Netmarble handles this is really poor. We should have a clear understanding from the day this content drops, what we should expect from how to clear this essentially and get the rewards, because quite honestly everybody stays awake, everybody does all this specifically for that content. So it's a little frustrating. I'm really hoping we get more clarity going forward. But again, please guys, if you did clear the SJW but not Hunters, and you did, the rewards are handed out next month, let me know what it is that you got, and then we can hopefully put that to bed. And for Netmarble and the devs, I really hope you kind of reach out to us and let us know what we should be expecting, because I feel like it's it's kind of a problem that we don't know as players, as gamers, we don't know what we have to accomplish in order to get the goal we're looking for. And essentially in this case is the skins, right? Because that's what everybody's aiming for. So there's that as well too. Also, guys, don't forget, with 2 flames going down, it looks like the flames must be affecting the TP, right? Because I believe the TP just went down a little bit. So definitely is affecting, but it looks like the flames are now reflective of the TP. So I'm not sure if the combat power now that's listed, the flames are actually on top of that. I believe they're already included in that number. So don't stress out too much. And folks, remember, it's for many people who are really, really upset about this, I'm going to take a stance here as hopefully something that sounds mature enough. For a lot of free-to-play players are upset about the fact that they can't accomplish finishing hard mode. I've said this from day one. The fact that some of us were able to even finish it last time or able to do it this time is a very big courtesy to free-to-play players from a company. I'm not defending that marble in any way, shape, or form. I want people to understand I have no stake in that marble. But from someone who's played so many gacha games in the past, I've never seen a free-to-play account compete with a whale account in finishing all content. It's just not a normal thing to do, because what happens is you take away the luxury of being a pay-to-win player, and then take away the bonuses that they get for keeping the game alive. You end up losing your whales, which end up losing money to the company, which ends up closing the game down. So for me personally, I've always thought that something like this should always be more for whales. And I think they've done a good job catering to whales this time around. I think whales have a better opportunity now to get what they want from this content and be able to feel good about what they've accomplished as paying players over free to play. Because again, last time with Yogamon coming out, we as free to play players stayed up, finished it, and a lot of pay-to-win players didn't even have a chance, right? So it's unfair to them, and I think this was, honestly, as much as I hate to say this, and I know a lot of people are probably going to get mad at me for saying this, but you know what? It's what I'm here for. I'm here to be honest. I feel like this was the right move on NetMarble's part to get this done. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Obviously, I'm very curious about your thoughts on it. I know many of you are going to be upset about what I said, and that's fine. I'll take the hits, but I think from a business standpoint, logistics standpoint, this makes way, way, way more sense, guys. So again, please let me know in the comment section. All right, folks, now that we've completed all of that chatter, I'm hoping that the devs do listen. I hope that they do complete, giving us a little bit of information, whether it's in a December live stream or whatever the case may be, just some sort of indication of what we should expect. That hopefully clears up going forward how WOBLs will be handled. Now, for my own personal sake, I just want you guys show you guys where I'm at now. I'm at 3.11, finally being able to get up there. So I do have the ability to push a little bit more content to try to get this done now in the top 3,000. So what I'm going to do for the rest of the week, guys, is really buckle down here and focus on finishing WOBL hard mode. And I'm hopefully going to be able to give you guys a free-to-play guide version of this on how I did and what I did. Now, everybody did, if you guys did watch my normal videos yesterday, I did mention to everybody that it is going to be heavily based off of defense penetration, and I really mean that, guys. Everybody should really be focusing on defense penetration. That's where all of your damage is going to really come from, and I truly mean that, guys. Defense pen is going to matter a lot. So I'm at 35.54%, for example, for my Cha. So I'm going to try to push a little bit more, maybe try to get to 40%, but having an armed set is going to really help all of your DPS. So do your best, guys, to do that. Now, with this being all said, I just want to try something. I'm just curious to see how this is going to look if I actually put this attempt versus the last attempt, right? Let's just see how we do here in comparison to the last one. See if we can put a little bit more of a dent. See if there's more of a dent. Okay, so let's just go try this. I'm gonna just quickly attempt and see how it looks in comparison. So here, I want to see what the percentage looks like when I'm done. So let me just go, and I don't have free run, right? If I had free run, this would have been a joke. But the fact is, I chose Fern instead for myself. Thinking, my Dark team will be able to handle this. But clearly, Dark is not good enough, unfortunately, as it stands for me on my team. So I have no choice but to use this team instead. And I mean, damage is looking a bit better already. I can tell you this, like 97% already. Looks a little bit better than last time. So the flames are in fact making a little bit of a difference. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and play around with this myself and try to get, a guide in if I can. Once I complete it especially. There's no point in putting a guide together if I can't finish the content. But as soon as I finish it on free to play, guys, and I think that's fair, I'll get a guide out for you guys on everything. Plus, honestly, I'm going to put a guide out probably in terms of what's new in the game for the month of November. They've added quite a few different UI quality of life features, which I don't think have been talked about much and have been quite honestly ignored, which have made the game a little bit more enjoyable. So we'll do more of that as well too. There you go, 90% already in. I still don't think I have enough personally, but I think really with this at 3 million, I should be good. So I'm going to try to aim for that 3 million mark and see if I can get that done. And hope if I can, again, accomplish this, I will definitely send a guide over your way, guys, so everybody can at least see how I did it and maybe mimic it. Again, I don't have the best free-to-play account out there. There's much better ones to go on, but at least mine I feel like is a little bit more relatable to some of the veterans and OGs that are playing the game. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.